Hi there. This is Nancy Byerly Jones thanking you for sharing a bit of your day with me. And the title here says it all. We are never too old. And I am talking about going plant-based. So, why do I say that? Well, this old gal was 67 when I went full throttle plant-based. Yes, I'd been mostly vegetarian for a few years before that, but I still would enjoy a good steak or a juicy hamburger. But overnight, not planning it, unexpectedly, and that's another video that I shared that story on, but I went full throttle plant-based, 67. I am 72 now and about to hit my 5-year anniversary of going full plant-based, and I've never looked back. Never. Why not? My gosh, the benefits have been amazing, which is why I'm saying we are never too old. Now, do I wish that I could go back and be vegan or plant-based or whatever label you like since birth? Sure I do. Do I wish I could get everyone on the earth, for our environment, for animals, for so many reasons, for your health, to go plant-based now, no matter their age? Sure I do. But that is a personal decision, and everyone knows the right time for them. So whether you're talking about or thinking about just inching into this plant-based stuff a little bit or going full throttle like I did, just remember, we are never too old. Now, as seniors, sometimes saying we're too old to do this or that can be very convenient, or it can be a great procrastination excuse. You know what I'm talking about if you're a senior along with me. But when it comes to plant-based and inching into it or full throttle, don't let that be your excuse because we are never too old. But the benefits I saw so quickly were my strength improved tremendously, especially in exercises and yoga I was doing. It was amazing. My skin started improving for the better. My sleep quality definitely improved. My energy level. I lost weight. I just can't begin to tell you. But then the biggest benefit came when I got my lab results back at my 11-week mark after going plant-based, and my cholesterol, with no medication, had come down 132 points. Now, if you can tell me that wasn't a huge benefit to my body at 67 years old, no. Of course it was. So we're never too old. And one last story I will share with you is about that makes me think anytime I'm thinking, well, maybe no reason to take a chance or try this or try that, is about one of our sweet, sweet Greater Swiss Mountain Dogs. In fact, Rusty was our very first Greater Swiss Mountain Dog. And if you're not familiar with the breed, they are the most lovable, family, wonderful dog that there's so many wonderful breeds out there. I've always said my favorite breed is a rescue, but the point is, a Greater Swiss Mountain Dog is you've seen Bernese Mountain Dogs perhaps. The Greater Swiss Mountain Dog is in the same family but bigger and shorter hair is what I'm trying to think to say. And they are just wonderful. And we've had, I believe it's 7 now, we've been blessed to share this journey on earth with 7 Greater Swiss Mountain Dogs. Right now we have 3 plus another rescue in our home, a mix, and there are 4 dogs and 2 cats in our house. So basically they give us dining and boarding privileges. They basically rule the house, of course. But Rusty was our very first, sweetest dog. Sweet, sweet angel on earth. Rusty had bad hips, and the older he got, of course, the harder it was for him to get around. But he was getting around, still eating good and all that. But suddenly, in his old age, he started crying quite a bit. Now, if you know anything about dogs, most of them are extremely stoic, and they don't let you know they're in pain. But when they start crying like that over and over, you know something's not right. So the vet and we agreed, thought it was probably his time, that he was in pain from his hips. And so we were about to put him down when I remembered Whoa, I had learned years before that licorice was wonderful for stomach troubles. In fact, they prescribed that before medications in Europe for a long, long time, hundreds of years. And I had tried it years past for stomach issues, and it had always helped me tremendously. Licorice root tablets. So I said to the vet, Bob and I asked him if it would be okay if we tried, at least give us a week before, if it was too cruel to keep Rusty alive for another week before we helped him over Rainbow Bridge, to see if the licorice tablets would help at all. And he said, sure, go for it. And of course, he wasn't expecting it to help, but was honoring our wishes to try everything before that so difficult decision to help one across Rainbow Bridge. And so we did. And do you know, within, I think it was like 36 hours, if not 24, Rusty, bless his heart, quit crying entirely. And he was even moving better. But what we realized, and of course he was still eating just fine. What we realized, he was crying because the Rimadyl he was on for pain was tearing up his stomach, just like medicines can do to us. And when we gave him the licorice tablets in his food, that took away the stomach pain. Do you know we had that precious angel on earth with us for 6 more precious months because of licorice tablets? What if we had not tried, or thought it was too silly or too much of a long shot, or thought he was just too old? We are never too old. So please, please, if you're considering plant-based, don't use the excuse that you're too old, or maybe, too much damage has already been done eating a different way. Please don't do that. You will gain so many benefits no matter your age. And again, I was 67 when I started this journey, 72 now. So I can still tell you I would never, ever, 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 ever go back. And I wished I'd done it earlier, like I said before, but we're never too old. Thanks for sharing this day with me, or part of this day with me. I hope that you are giving out lots of smiles and receiving lots of smiles. If I can help you in any other way with plant-based or anything with my office-related consulting work, I'm at nbjconsulting.com. And in the meantime, I close with one of my favorite quotes, and since I butcher it sometimes, it's going to be at the end of this recording. But it's Lao Tzu's, and his teachings still are so relevant. After all these thousands of years, the Chinese philosopher's teachings still make sense in our crazy world. But one of his favorite quips I repeat often to myself every single day is, nature never rushes, and yet everything gets done. I need to hear that often because our 90-mile-per-hour lifestyles kind of get us going sometimes on a treadmill pace that can be hard to stop. So let's slow down our days. I wish you peace and joy. And again, thanks for sharing part of this day with me. Over and out. Until next time.